Good morning, dear student. Today we will discuss our half yearly exam paper. As we know that there were 21 question of physics, so we will solve each question today. And if you will face any kind of difficulty, any kind of problem, then after that you will ask me. Okay. Now at first look at the first question. The most important safety method used for protecting home appliances from circuiting, from short circuiting, I should say. Okay, as we know that for when there is a short circuit, we know the live wire and neutral wire meet, and the current is in excessive amount. So we use at that time electric fuse. This is important thing, that we use electric fuse to save our home appliances from uh, these type of difficulties like short circuit. Okay, now question number 2. The magnetic field inside a long state solenoid carrying current, as we already discussed about solenoid and we know what is solenoid. Such type of diagram is there in solenoid, if you know. Okay, so question is this: the magnetic field inside a long straight solenoid carrying current. What about the magnetic field inside a long solenoid? As we know that inside the solenoid the magnetic field is always uniform. Okay, it remains constant at every point, so answer should be D. It should be same at all points. Now move to question number 3. An electric motor is a device which transforms. We know about electric motor also. Electric motor is a device which convert electrical energy into mechanical energy. So our fourth option is right in this question. Okay. Now next question. The phenomena of electromagnetic induction is. Phenomena of electromagnetic induction. This is also clear from my side, that electromagnetic induction means producing induced current in a coil due to relative motion between a magnet and the coil. So most appropriate option of this question is C. So our answer is C. We know about the relative motion between magnet and coil. I already discussed all the things about this one. Faraday has discovered this phenomena, electromagnetic induction. Okay, now move to next question. The magnetic field lines in the middle of the current carrying solenoid are. Okay, now in this question there are circles, spirals perpendicular to the axis of the tubes and parallel to the axis of the tube. I have given one question also related to solenoid. In that question we discussed about the in the solenoid there are uniform magnetic field. If there is a uniform magnetic field, it means that the magnetic field is parallel to the axis of the tube. As we know, when there is a uniform magnetic field, then we can show that with a parallel lines like this one, parallel line to each other. This representation of magnetic field shows uniform magnetic field. Okay, so in this question, in current carrying solenoid case, so the magnetic fields will be parallel to the axis of the tube. Okay, now question number 6. An electric fuse works on the. Okay, as we know, electric fuse is very important to save home appliances from short circuit and overloading, you can say. So this electric fuse, this works on the principle of. I have given 4 options to you, and you should know the answer should be heating effect of current, because the resistance of electric fuse is high and melting point is low. So if there is a excessive current, then because of more resistance it produce high heat and it breaks down. So electric fuse works on the principle of heating effect of electric current. Okay, now move to question number 7. Question number 7 asks about the electric resistivity of a metallic wire. As we know that electric resistivity depends on uh, two things. Number 1, nature of the material, and number 2, temperature of the material. So you have to choose appropriate answer from this one. So answer of this question was nature of the material. Okay. Now move to next question. Question number 8. The magnetic field lines produced by a bar magnet. Okay, as we know about bar magnet, there are two poles, north pole and south poles. Asking about magnetic field lines. So okay, we have to read out all the options. So, and we know about magnetic field lines. It always originated from North Pole and ends at the South Pole of the bar magnet, outside the bar magnet. This is very important point. Okay, so from this knowledge we can choose our option which will be right. Okay, so option third is right. Okay, originated from North Pole and it's South Pole. Okay, that is about outside the magnet, outside the bar magnet. Okay, now question number 9, the frequency of direct current. As we know, there are two type of current: alternative current and direct current. Always remember this point, that the frequency of direct current is 0 hertz. And about alternative current, it depends. In India, there are 50 hertz. This is the frequency of AC in India. But about direct current, always you should know the frequency of direct current is 0 hertz. Okay. Now next question. The device used for producing electric current is called. Go through all the option. Electric motor, we know we cannot generate electric current by this. Ammeter, as we know about ammeter, it detects electric current, or I should say it measures the value of an electric current in an electric circuit. And galvanometer, galvanometer detects electric current in a circuit. So generator, it can produce electric current. So answer should be generator. Okay, now next question. Ohm's law gives the relationship between. Okay, as we know about Ohm's law, for the V and I, as we know, V proportional to I, when all the physical conditions remain constant, the potential difference is always directly proportional to an electric current. This is Ohm's law. So Ohm's law gives the relationship between potential difference and electric current. So option should be option D. Okay, now move to next question, which is question number 12. You can see here, keeping the potential difference constant, the resistance of a circuit is double, the current will become. Okay, so we can solve this question by our Ohm's law, which was V equal to R I into R. Okay, it is asking about it should remain constant. We should remain constant, and suppose this is first condition. Okay, in second condition we have what to do. Keeping the potential difference constant, it should be V, and the resistance of a circuit is doubled, it should be double. Okay, R should be 2R. The current will become, so current will become. Okay, it should be constant, V should be constant, as we know, but we have doubled the resistance. Then what about current? Okay, what about current? As potential difference should remain constant, so we have to do one thing, that we have to halve this current also. If we will halve this current, it will become same thing, V equal to IR. So half, it should be answer. Okay, now question number 13. When the diameter of a wire is doubled, its resistance becomes. I already talked about this thing, that resistance depends on length, area, radius and diameter, like this. Okay, this is the relationship. This is the relation between resistance and other factors. Directly proportional to length, inversely proportional to area, inversely square of the radius, and the same thing like in diameter. So this is the relationship, R proportional to 1 upon D square. Okay, so we can use this and we can find out answer of this question. Okay, let me check. R proportional to 1 upon D square, diameter square. This is a relation. When the diameter of a wire is doubled, it should be doubled. It means that now it will become proportional. We have to do 2 diameter square. So it will be R dash proportional to 1 upon 4D square. This is, so we can compare these two. This one R proportional to 1 upon D square. Now it has become 1 upon 4D square. So there is a difference of 1 upon 4 times. So 1/4 should be answer of this question. You should write 1/4. Okay. Now next question. The commercial unit of electric energy. The commercial unit of electric energy. All we know, this is kilowatt hour, kWh, as we write it like it, kilowatt hour. This is a unit of energy and this is commercial unit. Okay. Now, what is the maximum resistance which can be made using 5 resistors each of 5 ohm. Maximum resistance. We can there are two questions, maximum resistance and minimum resistance. As we know, we can get maximum resistance by adding them in series combination, and we can get minimum resistance by adding them in parallel combination. So there are 5 resistor and each resistance has 5 ohm. For finding maximum resistance, we will add all in series combination. Okay, there are 5 ohm 5 resistors, so we will in a series combination 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, it will be 25 ohm. So answer of this question should be 25 ohm. And about minimum resistance, we can get minimum resistance by parallel combination. Then we will do like that, 1 upon 5 plus 1 upon 5 plus 1 upon 5 plus 1 upon 5. Okay, this is 5 times. When we solve this one, it will be 5 upon 5, it will be 1 ohm. Okay, when we do reciprocal of this, it will be also 1 ohm. So it should be answer. 1 ohm should be answer. This is the minimum resistance which can be made using 5 resistor. Okay, now move to question number 17. Okay, this question solve. Okay, all solve this question and tell me what should be answer of this question. Okay, now let me move to question number 18. 100 joule of heat is produced. Okay, so in this question we have heat 100 joule each second. It means that we have time 1 second in 4 ohm resistance. Okay, it means R equal to 4 ohm. The potential difference across the resistor we have to find out. As we know that there is a formula, heat V square T upon R. We can directly use this formula and we will get answer of V. Okay, I am putting all the values there. H, which is 10, equal to V square, we have to find out. T, which is given 1, and this R, 4. It means V square equal to 40. From here, V square equal to 40. Then we can solve it. V square equal to 40, then V equal to, wait for this one. No, V square, let me check again. Wait, H equal to 100, and we have R equal to 4 ohm, time equal to 1 second. Okay, no problem. So H equal to V square T upon R. Write all the values here. 100 equal to V square into 1 upon 4. Okay, then we will get V square equal to 100 into 4, which is 400. So we can find out V equal to 20 volt. It should be our answer. So V equal to 20 volt. As we know, we should know only formula for it. H equal to V square T upon R. Okay, then we will put all the value and we are getting our answer. Answer is 20 volt. Okay, 20 volt. Now move to next question. So in this question we have to find out total current, and in this question we have to find out total resistance. Okay, diagram is almost same for the resistance, so I can check here. Okay, at first I will find the total resistance of this circuit. As we know, this combination is series combination. Okay, 3 and 2, so we can add it in series combination, and we know R equal to R1 plus R2. So it will be 3 plus 2, which is 5 ohm. So these 3 ohm and 2 ohm are connected in series combination. After solving this one, we will get 5 ohm resistor. And this 5 and now this 5, this is in parallel combination. So I can solve this in parallel combination. For parallel combination, 1 upon R dash equal to 1 upon 5 plus 1 upon 5. So I will solve this one, 5, 2. It will be, okay, 1 upon R dash equal to 2 upon 5. So R dash equal to 5 upon 2, which is 2.5 ohm. So this is the total resistance of this circuit. Okay, total resistance of this circuit is 2.5 ohm. Okay, now you can see here also, this is same, 3 plus 2, which 3 and 2, they are in series combination. It will be 5 ohm, and this 5 ohm and this 5 ohm will be in parallel combination. So the total resistance will be 2.5 ohm. So for this question, answer should be this one. But now in this question, we have to find out the total current shown by the ammeter. Yeah, it means that we have to find out I. Okay, Total resistance we know, which is 2.5 ohm for this combination, and voltage potential difference is also given for this question, which is 2.5 volt. So we have to find out I. What is the total current shown by that ampere? So we have to find out I. As we know, we have formula V equal to IR. So we can find out it from I equal to V upon R. Okay, we can write this as this I equal to V upon R. Then put all the values here. V, which is 2.5, R, which is also 2.5. So after dividing it, it will be 1 ampere. So answer of this question should be 1 ampere. No problem in that question. Okay, this was our last question. Which of the following correctly described the magnetic field near a long straight wire? We know about the straight wire. This is a straight wire. And what is the magnetic field pattern? We can use Maxwell right hand thumb rule, and we will find out that the magnetic field pattern is in concentric circles. So you can check from your option, and there is option D. The magnetic field consists of concentric circles centered on the wire. This is our answer. Thank you.